Hi guys, Jeff here with Stream with Purpose, and it is 8 o'clock, February 18th, 2025. In 4 days is the final day of the season, Championship Saturday. After the season's over, guys, I'll put all these videos together, get them more organized. Right now, I'm just slapping them out there. I know things are, not all together, so just bear with me. All right, so the purpose of this video, and I can't stress this enough with your leagues, highlights, highlights, highlights. People love highlights. You ever sit down and watch SportsCenter? Of course you do. Why? Because you're getting all the highlights. You're not sitting through an entire game. So I do 8 games every Saturday through January and February every year for the last 8 years. And this is the very first year that I've done highlights every single time. Now, I've done highlights before, a little bit here and there, and it was so much work. I was doing it so wrong. So if you're watching this video, you are going to be so glad because I'm really going to help you facilitate, expedite, and get your highlights out there really fast. I call mine the Wednesday weekly wrap-up, but I'm getting this, today's Tuesday, and I'm going to get this out very shortly, probably this afternoon or, my lunch break at work, whatever. Anyway, purpose of this video. So I'm ready to do the final piece. I compiled all the highlights. Watch my last video if you want to see how to get all the little clips real easy. This is putting everything all together right before we make our 1 hour long YouTube video. All right, so let's back up here. And again, how do we back out? We're in CapCut, all right? CapCut is fantastic. There is a free version. It's not as good as the Pro, but it's absolutely, totally fine. For you to do highlights, you can download this for the computer or the phone. CapCut, if you've never heard of it. And this little bar I use a lot because look what it does to the video. It shrinks it all down. And then if we come out here just a little bit, watch what happens. It expands it. And this is very, very powerful. So let's shrink it all down so you can get a better look of the entire video. Now, this is not the 1 hour long video you're looking at. This is the 8 a.m. game. There's a game every hour, 8, 9, 10, 11, all the way up till 3:30. Here's the 8 a.m. game, including, if I hit the home key, watch what happens. Home. All right, let's listen. Now, look at his thumb. You keep this consistent. It says the week. It says my name, the Wednesday weekly wrap-up. This lets everybody know what's going on. Let's listen to the intro.
Welcome to the final Wednesday weekly wrap-up of the 2025 season. I'm your host, Jeff Russell. Let's take a look at the action from last Saturday. Then we'll take a look at the standings. And finally, we'll look at the playoff matchups coming up.
All right, so did anybody catch a mistake right there? Yes. If I hit the rewind button, this arrow, we're rewinding very slowly. Did you see that? Now I'm going to fast forward. Yeah. So I made a little mistake there. So let's fix that while I have you here. And it's not a big mistake, and people probably wouldn't even care, but the words highlight, I didn't stretch out all the way. And let's see if we scroll up here. What you're seeing in orange is all the text. So somewhere, if you put your arrow over this, is the words highlight, standings, and more. Well, that disappeared a little too fast. So we're going to blow this up. And we can see here that the word, see, that's highlighted. And this is the great thing about CapCut. It's so easy to fix things. And you bring it right about to the edge there. Now, let's shrink it. And let's start over.
Welcome to the final Wednesday weekly wrap-up of the 2025 season.
I'll fast forward a little bit to save you some time.
Matchups coming up.
And it stayed up there.
The 8 o'clock game had Charles Babb taking a look at Brody Torrance for
Music.
the very first time this season. Babb coming off a loss to the Sonics, 34-32. where Gabe Hoover had that three-pointer at the end to win it, and it just missed. As for Torrance and the Jazz, they were actually coming off a 2-game win streak after losing their first
I want you
four.
guys to see the transition into the highlights.
And see, it wasn't going to be Brody or Gabe Hoover that would be smiling in the end.
And watch one basket. All right, so we definitely have mistakes going on here. And this is good to see this. Yeah, I was ready to export this video, so I'm glad. Guys, you can never check yourself, whatever you want to call it, quality assurance check, whatever. But that, I don't know how that one slipped by me. So let's fix this again. His name went way off the screen here. That is not good. So something happened here. And I think it happened to all of them. Let's check the next one. Wow, they all blow up on me. Well, maybe it was meant to be for you guys to see. Now I'm going to go through the whole video and see. This might be an easy fix. I know it looks like a huge problem. Look at the letters. They all went off the screen. Somehow, some way, when I had them all highlighted, they must have expanded. So what we'll do is we're going to back all the way out. And this was not intentional. I was ready to export this video and I would have wasted my time. So we get the 1,000-foot view. I really don't know how this happened. It's the first time this has happened, but this is good. So with CapCut, these are all the players' names. If you just left click, drag down, we're going to highlight all the names. Everybody's highlighted. And now what we'll do is we'll shrink down the font size, the scale. Okay, so this is under scale. Now let's lower it down. I'm just going to keep tapping. And that went the wrong way. All right, let's bring it up a little. And down a little. All right. Hopefully that was good enough. Let's go back and see if they're all fixed. Sorry, I'm holding up a phone and looking around the phone.
Or Gabe Hoover that would be smiling in the end. Schultz Hoover saw it the whole way. Gabriel, fast break, up and in.
That looks much better. Let's watch another one.
No good. Torrance to follow. He missed. Got his own rebound, and the putback is good.
Okay, let's fast forward.
Fox has got Zimmerman.
Just to check ourselves. I really don't know how that happened. And let's go to the very end. Check the very last one. And then we'll... Good. Well, I see there's some missing here. All right, so these disappeared down here. I noticed that there's no lines down here, which is interesting. So I'm going to blow it up a little bit. Right about here, let's see. And I saw the words, so they're somewhere. There they are. So these three escaped me. Let's go back. This is the one that should be the last of the good ones. He's good. Let's fast forward to this one. All right. So somehow these three got blown up. So this is good. I want you guys, you really got to get used to liking mistakes. It just makes you stronger don't know why there's a stupid glare, but again, we're in the scale section. We've highlighted them all, and I'm just going to keep tapping this scale down. You could just hold it in. All right, let's see. Now let's test the last three.
Ryan Hoover comes down with a good job, Ryan.
Let's move ahead here.
Aaron Everly comes down with it. Good job, Aaron.
Guys, you want to try and get as many players as you can on your highlights. Good or bad, the skill level doesn't matter. All right, so we see there, that one didn't take for some reason. That was the very last one. Very strange. So here's how you check just one. You put your cursor right over the middle. You can see the words are too big. Highlight it. And I'm really glad I did this video. I was going to waste a lot of time by compiling. I thought I was good to go. And little did I know, that was really strange. That was the last one. Let's do this again.
Underneath the Franklin. Nicely done, Franklin.
And this is the ending.
4:34. Jazz win. Congratulations, Brody Torrance and all the Jazz. You all deserve it. Congratulations, Coach Hoover. Well, congratulations to Brody Torrance and the Jazz. They did this without Coach Ezra Hoover present. He was out sick. But his assistant Chris did a wonderful job. All the Jazz played great in this one. Well, the Jazz, 3 straight wins going into championship Saturday.
All right, so you guys getting the gist here of how to do highlights. Again, I'm going to make these videos a little better when the season's over. But this is it, guys. So you got a really, really good shot there. Here's the whole entire. Now, what I'll do, and in fact, I'll do this right now. I'm going to export. Let's rename this. So this is the 8 a.m. WWW stands for Wednesday Weekly Wrap Up Week 7. And I'll put on the end of it condensed because I have folders named condensed. Let's find the condensed folder. So over here, this is going to be really big. That this is called quick access in Windows if you don't know about it. And if you see all these little pins here, see all these? These are pins. You can pin and unpin folders. So over here, these are all pinned, which makes things very, very quick. Look right here at the name of this folder. Wednesday Weekly Wrap-Ups. And it's pinned. As the season progresses, notice that week 7 is pinned. So earlier in the season, I would pin week 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, and then unpin. How do you pin and unpin? You just highlight your folder, right-click on it, and then you'll see it right here. Now, you don't want to pin to start. That's going to put it down here. You want to pin to quick access. Now this is already pinned, so the unpin is showing. If something's already pinned, you'll get an unpin just by right-clicking on a folder. Anyway, so let's go into our Wednesday Weekly Wrap-Ups folder. Again, after the season, I'm going to make videos step-by-step to do all this. And whether you want to do it with my organization, Stream with Purpose, or your own league, it's helpful for either situation. Now, this is inside. Let's look at the path here. So on your C drive, the root folder should be the name of your organization, which is upward in my case. Let's say you have a Methodist church league. I'm just making this up, whatever. You want to create, this is going to be your root folder. And then in the root folder, you're going to put the name of your highlights, whatever you want to call it. You know, I call it Wednesday Weekly Wrap Up. You make up your own name, but make a folder right under the root. Now let's take a look at the root folder. I know we're going off topic a little bit, but it's important. So inside the root folder, let's look at what I have. So you can see I started this in 2023 with this idea. I mean, I've been doing this since 2018. 24 season, 25 season. You want to stay consistent. On the root, you're going to have all your background music. And you're going to have all your organ chants, commercials, GIFs. Okay, you can see all the stuff here. Logos, memorable moments, weekly wrap-ups. Okay, so in the weekly wrap-ups folder. All right, so we're in the weekly wrap-ups folder. And then inside there, we have all the game times. This is for every week. Now, this is the 8 a.m., the beginning. We have a condensed folder, 8 a.m. condensed. So you're going to follow this exact structure for your league. And we're inside that folder. Sorry about my weird dog. But that's where we're saving this whole hour-long video for. My dog's doing that because she sees a cat and she loves the cats. Okay. I leave all the other settings the same. But earlier on, they had some weird settings down here. Look for this export GIF. Uncheck it. It was creating a duplicate in the form of a GIF, and it was killing my space. All right, so we're ready to hit. Oh, also, another great feature about CapCut is not this check copyright. If you're unsure if the music you're using, you can put this on, and this will go through a check. And this is nice because this is checking TikTok to see if your music is going to cause a problem, but I found out that TikTok and YouTube are almost the same. So if this checks out okay, then you're good to go on YouTube. I'm not going to, well, it's going pretty fast, but anyway. All right, so let's hit the export button. I already know mine's going to pass. I'm not sure what that said. So we're that fast. That fast it has exported. I noticed that they want you to share to TikTok or YouTube. Don't touch any of that. Just hit cancel here. So I've exported the 8 a.m. Let's go back to our folder. Which I don't have open. Now, one thing I do want you to see here, which is really important in doing this. This folder here, notice that I have a Dropbox. Notice that says Dropbox. You are going to need, it's a free Dropbox. I do not pay for it. They give you 2 gigs of space, which is fantastic. The reason Dropbox is critical, it's crucial to doing this job, this task, because you're going to transfer from your phone to the computer. All these files that you are seeing are voice recordings from the voice app on your iPhone. If you go to your iPhone's home screen, go to the search, just swipe down, you'll see a search box. Type the letter V or VO, and it'll bring up voice recorder app. That's what I use to do all these files. Very simple. It already comes with your iPhone. You don't even need to download it. And these are intro and outro of each game. 8 a.m. outro, 9, 10. All right. And I've transferred it through Dropbox. And look that I keep the same structure. Remember I told you about your root folder being the name of your league? You do that on Dropbox. And Windows is wonderful. It puts it right on there for you. This is my organizational, the root folder, 2025 season. And then you list all the weeks all the way up to the final week. But this right here, let's look at the path. Wednesday weekly wrap-up recordings. So when I'm on my phone, I do all the recordings really fast. Doesn't take me long, 30 seconds to a minute each. Then on my phone, you click on each one, you share to Dropbox, and then it'll ask you where you want to save it all. One of your root folders is going to be WW Recordings. Once it's here, you can import directly from CapCut. Let's go back to CapCut. And this media folder, you hit import. You can already see I've imported them. And we're going to go back down to the recordings folder. And I can import one of these. Now we already did the 8 a.m. game. Let's choose any other one. What doesn't matter. All right, we'll choose the 3:30. Let's import, and boom. There it is in CapCut. All I have to do is hit the plus sign, and it will put it down here. I'm just going to do this process for all 8 games. So I just showed you how to import from Dropbox. That actually reached out to the cloud server, pulled it down, and then once we make our video, you really don't need the file anymore. You're free to delete it, but I wait to the following week before I delete anything. So there, crucial step. So if you're really doing highlights, I just gave you a ton of tips and tricks here to do. So we've already done the 8 a.m. game. Let's take a look at that file. Again, back to quick access. And we save that into the weekly wrap-ups, 8 a.m. folder. Follow this structure, condensed. This is our little portion for the 8 a.m. Always want to verify your work.
Welcome to the final Wednesday weekly wrap-up of the 2025 season. I'm your host, Jeff Russell. Let's take a look at the action from last Saturday. Then we'll take a look at the standings. And finally, we'll look at the playoff matchups coming up. Well, the 8 o'clock game had Charles
Let's just
Babb taking a look at
skip
Brody
ahead.
Barnes for the
Let
very
me see if
first
I
time
push
this
the
season.
arrow. Does it skip ahead?
Babb coming off a loss to the
doesn't.
Sonics, 34-32.
So I'll manually skip ahead.
Had that three-pointer. Torrance to put back again.
I want to make sure the letters are good. Let's watch another basket.
Over off the glass, nicely.
Good. Let's skip ahead a little further.
Up and in, and Torrance continues.
And these two teams are actually going to rematch this Saturday for Championship Saturday, which I can't. I'm going to be doing that game live if you want to watch. If you're seeing this before February 22nd, 2025, you can go to the channel. I'll put a link in the description if you want to watch me do this game live. So this is looking pretty good. Let's go to the end.
Their first 4 games.
Let's just see the transition into the final.
What is assistant Chris?
This is the last clip.
Underneath the Franklin. Nicely done, Franklin.
Words look good.
34. Jazz win. Congratulations, Brody Torrance and all the Jazz. You all deserve it. Congratulations, Coach Hoover. Well, congratulations to Brody Torrance and the Jazz.
And let's go to the very, very end.
18. All right, let's take a look at the next matchup.
Oh, that went blank on me, but I'm going to leave it. I don't think that's going to hurt anything. Okay, so this is the same wash, rinse, repeat. You can watch the last video to see how I imported everything. Kind of go in reverse here. This is the very end. So that's it, guys. So for this video, showed you a ton to do with your highlights. You're welcome to join my organization, which is Stream with Purpose. If you have a local Upward in your area, they're all over the country, all over the world. Go to upward.org, see which one is near you. And, this whole entire channel is dedicated to teaching you to do what I do for my Upward. I'm hoping that other people will start to do this for their Upward. If you don't want to be involved with Upward, you could do this for your own league. I highly encourage it. I just want to get families connected with their little ones and loved ones to watch. I've gotten so many compliments. The commissioner of This Upward got on the mic last week, Saturday, and told me that grandparents were thanking him for whoever's doing the announcing in the videos, because they get to watch their grandkids, which makes me very happy that people are using this, and that's what I want you to do. So comments, questions, put them down below.